Hello everyone, welcome to Indulge Share, where here you get to indulge in my content and share your opinion about the content that I share with you. So without further ado, let's get right into our topic of the day, which is the Texas Heartbeat Act, also known to some people as the Texas Anti-Abortion Bill. For those of you who haven't heard, Texas has signed into law the Heartbeat Act, which is basically a ban on almost any abortion if there is a fetal heartbeat detected, hence the name Heartbeat Act. So if a woman tries to get an abortion in Texas and during the ultrasound a fetal heart movement of any kind is detected, she will not be permitted to follow through with an abortion. Also, if you have gotten raped and or if you have become pregnant through incest, this law still applies. I would like to give you an example of a best case scenario. If a woman finds out she's pregnant at 4 weeks, which in most cases rarely happens, and let's say she's lucky enough to get an appointment 3 days later. She goes to her first appointment and there is no fetal heart movement detected at all. She may think she's in the clear, right? Wrong, because if she gets the actual abortion appointment 3 days after her initial one and there is fetal heart movement detected, that means she will become ineligible to receive an abortion. The law gets even more rigid because if a doctor is found out to have helped administer an abortion or even giving a patient information on where they can receive one, the doctor may fall into some real trouble by any random person who has gotten wind of this information. Yes, I said it. A random person in the state of Texas can sue a doctor for going against the Heartbeat Act or for giving a patient information on where to get services elsewhere. In my opinion, this act is excessively rigid and it doesn't put the mother or the child first. It puts the mother's mental and physical health at risk. I say physical health because if the baby you are pregnant with is threatening your life, you still must go through an extensive process to receive an abortion. But since we are in the climate of anti-abortion in Texas, that doctor may not even want to give you an abortion or may wait until it's too late and fears of getting into legal troubles. Also, there is no laws put in place to help those women who are forced to carry out an unwanted pregnancy, such as financial help, psychological care, education, or child care. I know some people will just say, give the child up for adoption. Well, we all know some of the horror stories that go along with it. And yes, there are some beautiful adoption stories, and there are some horror stories as well. Not only that, these children that are put into adoption don't have strict laws put in place for them to be protected, let alone successful. There are also not enough loving and caring caseworkers to properly handle the caseloads of every child put into the foster and adoption care system. There is also a shortage of safe and loving families to take in every child that's in the system. Listen, I can go on and on with this. There are some people saying that a 5-week-old embryo is a baby and the mother is just the host. But babies don't need to take nutrients from the insides of a woman's body to survive. What some of these people are describing is a leech, and an embryo needs every organ in the mother's body to live. It cannot survive in the outside world without that. Meaning, a 5-week-old embryo is not a baby. So, if the mother has to give all of that and risk her life in the process, that means it should be the woman's choice whether or not to keep the embryo or fetus inside of her. And that choice should be respected as such. Finally, for the ones who choose to, let's be spiritually inclined to open our minds. Thank you, and let's have a great day.